Okay, good morning, ladies. I am out of town, and so your plans for the day are pretty much all on this video. Everything you need to know to accomplish today's task, as well as the homework assignment, which is due on Tuesday, is in this video. So you just want to watch this video first, and then you can get working. Okay, so today, this is our note-taking session. We are going to basically learn what exactly makes rhetoric. Okay, so today is all about how to win an argument. All right, or at the very least, how you're going to create good ones for me. Okay, so we're going to be talking about Aristotelian rhetoric. So once upon a time, back in history, we're going to become a history class now. There's a guy named Aristotle. Now, Aristotle was born in Greece, great philosopher. He was Alexander the Great's tutor. So obviously a very smart man, a great mind that we have. He creates metaphysics. Like I said, he was Alexander the Great's tutor. He was a very educated man. So he opens a school in Athens. And at this point in time, education is about how to persuade, how to discuss, and how to speak. Okay? So he is focused on the idea of rhetoric as that idea of persuasion and how do great speakers become great speakers. All right? So he's focused on understanding and studying how language is used to persuade. Now, he talked about, and here's the three big notes. Aristotelian rhetoric has three parts that you need to be able to dissect and analyze for an essay. Logos, or ethos, pathos, and logos. Okay? These are the three components that comprise any argument. Ethos, pathos, and logos. All right, this is what we're going to be undergoing in class. These are three terms that you need to know. Bold that in notes. All right, so ethos. Ethos is the form of rhetoric that relies on the identity of the speaker. In other words, is this person trustworthy? Do you trust them? Do you believe in their background? If so, that argument has ethos. Okay, so looking at the current model, which of these following people would you say would have good advice on how to be a successful member of society? Okay. Would you rather believe in Bill Gates' word on how to be a successful member of society or Lindsay Lohan's? Okay. The nature of the speaker affects how persuasive the argument is. Okay. So that's something to keep in mind. Where is the information coming from? Next comes pathos. Now, pathos is the form of rhetoric that is about appealing to your audience on an emotional level. So in other words, it's essentially emotional manipulation. Does the argument make you feel happy, sad, angry, excited? So if the argument does affect someone but emotionally, then it is a pathos appeal. It is something that is designed specifically to try to manipulate someone's emotions in order to convince them that the argument is correct. So, again, which of the following would use a strong sense of pathos in order to convince you to adopt a dog? A, does this convince you to adopt a dog? Or B? Okay, now what's the big difference between A and B? It all centers on how you feel about the image. Okay, what emotions does the image conjure up? And finally, there's logos. Logos is the form of rhetoric that's related to logic. It's science, it's facts. Logos means that you're appealing to your audience with facts or logical explanations. A equals B, therefore B, and B equals C, therefore A equals C. That's called a Aristotelian syllogism. So, 10 students went to the ball game, but only 8 returned home, therefore 2 students were missing. That's A equals B, B equals C, therefore A equals C. All right. Water freezes at 32 degrees, therefore my ice maker needs to be colder than 32 degrees. Okay, this is logic, this is science, things built on numbers. So once again, which argument is more logical about why we should have year-round schooling? 1. Studies done in multiple environments throughout the U.S. have shown that students retain information better with short one-week breaks scattered throughout the year than those who have a block of 8 weeks off at any given time. We should have every other week off because kids like it better. Now you see there is a major difference, and when we look at the differences together, you see that there is the key terminology of studies done and actually numbers. So logic is built on what we can empirically measure. Okay, so how does this help us in the real world? So argumentation is all around us, like I said before, but it doesn't have to look like a fight. It could look like an image such as that, which is meant to appeal to you from that sense of patriotism on a pathos level. Or image of the book, makes you want to that idea about education, but it's connoting that's talking about education and appealing to you on an educational way, an emotional level. Maybe it looks like this. Definitely an appeal to pathos. And again, once again, appeal to pathos. So you can see there are arguments made throughout each of these images based off sense of feelings. Okay, so we see arguments in commercials all the time. So that's what you're going to be tasked with today. And that's what your homework assignment that you're going to begin now is built on, is commercials. Okay, so go away. You have the following document. Commercial discussion questions. I have 2 commercials here. So the big focus for these commercials for you is that I need you to watch them and take them apart as far as how do they persuade the viewer. Now, you need to pay attention to these videos on a really deep level because these videos are more complex than you realize. I really want you to take apart everything in the image. Like, for example, this third question here. What's the purpose of the commercial? If you tell me that the purpose of these commercials is to sell 5-hour energy drink, you haven't thought deeply enough. I can tell you right now that that answer is wrong. These 2 commercials are not trying to sell you 5-hour energy drink. What are they truly trying to do? Okay, that's the big question. How are they trying to manipulate their viewers? So what you're going to do for your homework is that you are going to watch these videos and really construct what is the arguments of these. I'm going to tell you that both creative and critical thinking are needed. So there is a ton of data being presented to you in these commercials that you really need to take apart and look at to figure out what is the A equals B and B equals C, therefore A equals C. So there's quite a bit more to these videos than you realize. So I want you to really be inventive and creative with your thinking because you're going to see that these commercials are persuading you to do more than just simply buy a 5-hour energy drink. They're wanting their audiences to do a little bit more. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the videos now just because I can't be certain that YouTube is blocked. I don't actually know they're not. So I'm going to play the videos now, and then you can at least have them here in this video to go back to just in case. All right, so here's video number 1.
Want to know what I did in the last 5 hours? I played a round of golf. And then I read a book while teaching myself how to play guitar. Ran 10 miles while knitting myself a sweater. Jumped out of a plane. Finally, I became a ping pong master while recording my debut album. How, you ask? 5-hour energy. I get hours of energy now, no crash later. Wait to see the next 5 hours.
Okay, and here we have video number 2.
What did I do with my last 5 Let's see. I was a dietitian, a housekeeper, a pediatrician. Yeah, that was a 3rd degree boo-boo. A housekeeper, a sanitation engineer, a housekeeper. Good thing I have 5-hour energy to keep me going. What will you do with your next 5 hours?
Okay, so you viewed those 2 commercials. So what you're going to do is basically take apart what arguments are presented. Okay, what is the purpose of the commercial? Really think about how character, what is the actual character of our main characters in this video? What's really beneath the surface there that you can see? So please check those out. And I want you to take apart these videos and we're going to discuss them on Tuesday. Okay, have fun.